Alright guys, so here we go. Generation 3 platform vehicles are going to be coming next year, or at least it's going to be announced next year. And that means that the Tesla Model 2, which was rumored for the longest time, is likely going to be announced alongside with this event. So if you guys haven't already heard, Tesla has tweeted out that they are having an investor day this year, March 1st, 2023. So just mark that down in your calendar. But that day they are going to be showcasing quite a bit of new things. Alongside that is the Generation 3 vehicle platforms. Now with the Gen 3 platform, Elon did mention a little bit about this in the last quarter shareholders meeting. He said that it's going to be substantially cheaper than Model 3 and Y. It's going to be half the cost of the Model 3 and Y, and it will exceed a Model 3 and Y production combined. Now, as you guys can see how important this is for Tesla, and they've been working on this in the background for the longest time. Now, if you guys haven't already got the news that they are working on Project Highland right now, Project Highland is literally what we're talking about with the Gen 3 platforms, and this is gonna make the car that much better and that much more cost effective in terms of just people out there wanting to buy vehicles. Now, if you guys can remember back in the days where $35,000 cars were available, now it went all the way up to $40,000 to $50,000 if you guys want the base model of the Model 3. Long gone are those days where you can just work a year and purchase a Model 3 just with cash. Now you're going to have to stretch a little bit just to get into the rear-wheel drive version of your Model 3. Now, if you guys can recall, during Battery Day, Elon did step up on stage and he talked about the 4680 batteries and how it's gonna reduce the cost of everything. And he did show a vehicle which is dubbed the Model 2, and it's gonna be costing $25,000 or under. So that means that the vast majority of people is able to afford it. It's gonna be within the range cost of a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic, and that means that literally everybody that can afford a car can afford a Model 2. Now, I'm just calling it a Model 2 because there's no other names out there for it at the moment. But if you guys just look at some of these renderings right here, it looks like it's going to be a hatchback format, and I'm not so sure about how that's going to fare in the North American markets because we don't like hatchbacks that much compared to the European customers out there. In the UK, they really love hatchbacks because it's more convenient. You can store a lot of things in the back, but the style of hatchbacks just doesn't look that good, and it's not as appealing to North American users. I guess in North America, if you do want the space, you're just going to upgrade yourself to an SUV or a truck. You're not going to go in between of a sedan and an SUV. So there really isn't a market for hatchbacks out there, but if you really want one, there is the Toyota Matrix and the Yaris and quite a bit of few other selections as well. Tesla, hopefully they don't go into this hatchback game, but for those of you guys that really like it, I mean, look at the rendering, it doesn't look half bad. Just maybe there is different variations of it for different markets. Now, going back to the event, there isn't really any solid ideas of what's going to happen just yet, but they did mention what's going to be talked about during this event and when it's going to happen. And in terms of where it's going to happen, it's going to happen at the Gigafactory in Texas. So just look out for invitations. If you guys are one of the lucky retailers out there, you guys are able to get a ticket to go to this, but it's probably going to come out in the next month or two. You're not going to know at least until then. Now, the last thing to note here really is that the CFO, Vincent, he did tweet out a while back saying that this third generation vehicle platforms is not going to come out before robotaxis arrive. So that means that he's pretty confident that robotaxis are going to enter the market in 2023. I'm thinking we're a little bit far off right now in terms of robotaxis with Teslas, but if he's indicating that, then that means that this vehicle Generation 3 or the Model 2 and any other vehicles out there that they are working on within this Project Highland, it is going to be coming out at least in 2024. So just don't keep your hopes up just yet for these vehicles right here. But if anything, the Model 2 is going to arrive before any other vehicles because the Model 2 is going to be one of the most important ones, and it is going to cater towards the rest of the world out there that cannot afford a $50,000 vehicle. So anyways, guys, we'll keep a lookout for that. And right here, anything else, I will keep you guys updated on here as well. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification if you guys haven't done so already. This is John. Hope you guys enjoyed it once again. Peace out.